Welcome back to the channel. Can you see that? Welcome back, guys, to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please join the family. We are actually growing right now, almost 3K. We are going almost 3 million. Welcome back to the channel. Turn on post notifications so you get notified whenever we post a new video. The reason why I had more children after a long period of time. I know you guys like gist, Abby. Let's gist. So let's go right straight into the video. So I want to give you guys a story time today. I know so many people will want to ask that question. Most time whenever I do videos here, I always say I have a child in Nigeria and I have 3 of them here. So for those that don't know, let me reintroduce myself, because I know we have some new people here. Maybe you haven't had chance to watch my other videos where I made a Q&A, or I talked about myself more to you, or you don't know me well, or maybe you're just seeing me for the first time. Let me tell you a little bit story of myself. My name is Milianki. I'm the owner of this space, of this channel. I'm a 35 years old mom of 4. One of my child is almost 18 years, my eldest child. She's almost 18 years. She's in Nigeria with my family. And I have 3 younger ones. I have 2 toddlers, they are twins, 2 years and 6 months. And I have a 9 months old baby. And I currently live in Germany. I used to live in Italy before. I moved to Germany about 9 months ago. And I've been living in Germany. So that's the background story. From Nigeria, West Africa, Africa. That's all about me, in case you're wondering to know or you care to know. So after I had my first child in 2003, I did have another child, a set of twins I did have them in 2018. After 2003, 2018, you see that gap. Okay, so after I had my first child in 2003, all these years I never wanted to have more kids, or I wasn't in the position to have more kids. I'm someone that always liked kids, but I don't know, for some reasons I was just scared of having more kids. I like more kids, but I was scared to have more kids. So I decided that I'm going to have more kids. I'm going to adopt more children as time goes on. I just want to have only one biological child and adopt more kids. I want to have 10 children. So in my head, I will have 1 child, biological child, and adopt 9 children. So at the time while I was living in Nigeria, I realized that adoption does not work really well in Nigeria. Even if, whenever I bring the matter up to my parents, to my mom especially, that I want to adopt you, she'll be like, are you okay? Did they adopt people for this country? Adopt children. So she just gave me this negative vibe that adoption is not something that works in our country. And I like many children, multiple children, like a lot of children. And I was scared, afraid, I don't know. The reason I was scared, afraid, I can't say, I don't know, to have more children, but I want to have more children. It's kind of complicated anyway, but that's just a simple way, the only way I can explain it. I want to have more children, a lot of children around me, but I was scared to birth them. So as time goes on, I decided to have more children. I came to the conclusion that, okay, I will birth more children, bring more life to the life. But I don't know. So I decided that I will bring more children. I will give birth to more children. But I said, okay, let me make time go small first. Like, it should be at least 35, because I thought I would start having more children again at 35 that I am now. Because I wanted to do other things. I wanted to visit some other places. I made a video about places I wanted to visit before I started having more children. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to leave it here. other plans of visiting different places before I actually clocked 35. Then I'll start having more children. But something happened that made me change my mind. Before then, I have this elder sister, my eldest sister, let me say, she's my eldest sister. She was having problem. As soon as she clocked 30, she was trying to have a child. So she was trying to have a child for her husband because she had one child a very long time ago, so she wanted to have another child. She decided to have a child. They tried. This story is not actually my story, but that's the reason why I actually decided to have more children before my 35. By 35, I must have stopped having my biological children. Maybe from now, I will adopt more children, 5, 6, 7, who knows. So when my sister clocked 30, she was trying to have a child. She tried for several years. It didn't come. So that was when she and her husband decided to visit a doctor. So when they visit a doctor, they realize one of her fallopian tube has been blocked. So for that reason, she couldn't have child. But normally, they said she can still conceive with the other fallopian tube, but I don't know, for some complicated reason, she couldn't conceive. So she started trying IVF. She tried several times before it worked. She finally gave birth. She finally had a baby. But all this story that I just summarized into 1 minute, it took a lot of years, almost 10 years. So when all those things were going on, that was when I was scared. I was scared. She just clocked 30 when this started happening. So she was almost 40 before she had the next child, the child she later had. So when all this was going on, I was really thinking, I don't know, because during the time she was visiting different hospitals, there were times I would follow her to some hospitals. Some doctors would want to ask some questions, like things like this are genetic problem. So genetic problem is maybe she inherited those kind of things from her mom. So which brings me to asking more questions. I remember when I was very tender, 2 years or 3 years, I remember my mom did an operation, very severe operation in the past. So this prompted me, I started asking questions. So I asked my mom. It was in the year, I was 4 years old. It was in the year of 1990 or 89. I asked my mom, recent, Mom, that operation you did that year 89 or 90, what was that operation for? She told me it was, she removed one of her fallopian tube. What happened? That the fallopian tube blocked and she was having problem with it. So the doctor advised her to remove it. As at then, my mom already had me, because my mom had me from a very young age. She was 28 when she had me. So at this time, she should be 30, 32. You get? So this brings me to a lot of things. I was thinking my head out. My mom was in her early 30s when she had this fallopian tube problem. And my eldest sister again, she was in her early 30s when this fallopian tube problem started. So I was scared. The Nigerian in me started freaking out. So I was really scared. I talked to my eldest sister then, that I'm thinking of having a child with my boyfriend. I did have a boyfriend, yes. So I agreed with my boyfriend. We agreed on having a child. So what actually happened is that from what I experienced, when I asked my mom that question, and she explained to me that it was a fallopian tube she operated in 89 or 90, and she was just there. She gave birth to me at 28 plus 3 or 4 should be 32 or so, you get. So in my sister's 30, she was having the same problem. I was afraid. Trust me, that's the truth. Let me tell you guys the truth. Come, let me tell you guys the truth. I was afraid. Then I was in 30 already. I think I clocked 30 years. I already clocked 30 when I was having this thought in my head. So I was afraid that maybe in my early 30s, I will still have this fallopian tube problem. And I don't just have strength. I don't have strength. This is my sister. She's married to a rich man. Me, I'm not married, though I have a boyfriend, but we are two young people trying to make ends meet. We are not rich people. I will not say we are rich people. We are just young people trying to manage our lives. So My sister, she's married to a multi-billionaire. They have money there. The man is spelled like what? So I was really scared, like, God forbid if something like this should have happened to me. I don't have money to pass through this procedure. So now that I still have the time, why not have children now? So maybe in my 35, when I'm 35, I'll start enjoying myself. I don't know. At that point, I just concluded that I want to have children now because I was scared. So I talked to my sister that I want to have children. She told me, are you mentally ready, financially or mentally ready to have children, stable to have children? As an elder sister, she gave me all the advice she could at that time. Not that I wasn't pregnant then, but I just wanted to be ready mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally for children before having children. Because everyone should be ready. It shouldn't be something, no. So before I prepared my head, my mind, everything for this child or children, I talked to my mom, I talked to my parents, my family, my siblings, the ones that were available at the time. I talked to everyone because I'm the last in my family. Everyone in my family are elder to me, so I have to talk to them and discuss with my partner. So I had a child, and in 2018, I bettered the child. They were twins. I gave birth to a set of twins. So the reason why I gave birth to children later, I would have given birth to, I don't know if I would have concluded if I would have given birth to more children. But what really prompted me to have more children after that long gap was the predicament my sister was going through at the time. I was scared. I was afraid because the doctor made us believe it was genetic, it was hereditary, that my mom passed it to her. So I was afraid. I don't know if all of us will share on small. I was afraid of this particular problem. That was why I just now that we are healthy, everything they intact, everywhere good, everywhere pepper soup, everywhere stew. Let's keep having the children. So in 2018, I had a set of twins. In 2020, I had another child, which is my baby now. Who knows, more children. I might bet more children. But of course, I would definitely adopt children. I love plenty children. If you're my friend, you're my family, you must have known this, that I love children. So adoption, yes, of course, I will adopt children, not 1, not 2, not 3, maybe 4, 5. But to bet more, I can't tell, I don't know. So that is all for today. That is the reason why I had more children after a long period of time. On that note, I'm going to leave you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in my next one.
Osino gati mu mano, uje mu na batamu.